Hi everyone, it's Wild Josh from the Geek-Cetera podcast. The character I'll be featuring today was suggested by Aven Tors on our YouTube page. He chose a really cool character and I'm super excited to talk about him. So let's get right into it. IG-88 is considered to be one of the most feared bounty hunters in the Star Wars universe. Why? Well, look at it this way. Many who would have lived in the Star Wars universe were affected adversely by the Clone Wars, which featured the Separatists using battle droids as their primary soldiers, giving droids everywhere a bad name. So, when word traveled of a rogue assassination droid that was freelancing as a bounty hunter, well, the fear spread quickly, and IG-88's infamy grew by leaps and bounds. In reality, though, IG-88 was actually an afterthought when it came to the story. Originally just called Chrome War Droid, then it was changed to Flut Droid. His character was initially just as a space filler. When the production team realized that they needed more bounty hunters on the bridge of the Executor to fill out the shot, they turned to Bill Hargraves and Steve Short. The pair knew that they wanted to make IG-88 stand out. As Bill Hargraves put it, "We needed a real dirty, evil, and vicious bot, like the bounty hunters of old. Lots of weapons and protection, dark and oily, so we made him big. 7'8" tall." They also used things that they had around from Star Wars A New Hope, like his head for example. It came from the set pieces used in Chalmum's Cantina. Now, sit tight, because you're about to learn who's who when it comes to IG-88. Let's start with the Canon Backstory. IG-88 was an IG series assassin droid secretly created by Holowan Laboratories. Instantly, from the moment that IG-88 came into existence, he had only one desire: to kill. It wasn't long after his creation that he went rogue and became a bounty hunter. As a bounty hunter, his biggest rival was the one and only Boba Fett. IG-88 had a large arsenal that he carried, such as blaster rifles, pulse cannons, a DAS-430 neural inhibitor, and a needle dart gun that had the ability to shoot poison darts. That's not all though. His body actually hid some of the most dangerous weapons, such as a flamethrower, sonic device, concussion discs, and vibroblades. To make him even more deadly, his own arms doubled as blasters. After the fall of the Republic and the rise of the Empire, IG-88 took several jobs from the Imperials. One such job tasked him with recovering data tapes that were in the possession of Princess Leia Organa on the planet Garel. He possibly could have succeeded if it hadn't been for the help of Sabine Wren of Phoenix Squadron, who rigged up a paint bomb to explode and cover IG-88 with purple paint. Princess Leia Organa then tricked some nearby stormtroopers to open fire on the droid, and IG-88 narrowly escaped with his life. For a while, IG-88 was a regular in Jabba's palace, an easy place to get good contracts, as Jabba's criminal ties ran deep. Many bounty hunters would hang around the palace waiting for jobs to be thrown their way. It wasn't long, though, before IG-88 was called back to the Empire. This time, the score was big: hunt down the Millennium Falcon and capture Han Solo and his companions. Unfortunately for IG-88, he wouldn't be alone in this hunt, as other bounty hunters had received the same instructions. IG-88 followed Boba Fett as he picked up the trail of the Millennium Falcon and pursued it to Cloud City, floating above Bespin. It was on Cloud City that IG-88 made his untimely end. Boba Fett caught on to the fact that he was being tailed and blasted him to bits. In fact, his body can be seen in the Cloud City junk room, where Chewbacca found C-3PO. Now it's time for the legends. Like the canon story, IG-88 was an assassin droid. But there is a big difference. When IG-88A was created and became self-aware, he killed his creators in the lab. He then continued to make IG series droids until there were 5 of them. Included in this 5 were IG-88B and IG-72. Of the 5, IG-88B went on to become the IG-88 that we all know and love. IG-88 eventually became a bounty hunter, and his signature ship was a modified aggressor assault fighter called IG-2000. IG-88's prowess spread so much that he was considered the number 2 bounty hunter behind Boba Fett, creating a bitter rivalry. In one kind of bizarre story, IG-88 was tasked with humiliating Olag Grek, a well-known shipbuilder and spice smuggler. IG-88 was able to sneak aboard one of his ships. Little did he know, C-3PO and R2-D2 were aboard the ship as passengers. Through a series of events, he found himself working with the droids to turn the tables on Oleg Grek. IG-88 was able to complete his contract, and the droids escaped unharmed. This story was really strange and convoluted. I'm sure I'm missing key points, but to sum it up, IG-88, one of the most feared bounty hunters in the galaxy, was hired to humiliate someone, and he did. IG-88 is also considered to be a hero on the planet Mechis 3. He aided that planet's inhabitants in what is called the Droid Revolution. Like the canon story, IG-88 eventually finds himself being invited to the Executor and is tasked with finding the Millennium Falcon and capturing Han Solo and his companions. The end is the same for IG-88 in both canon and legend. He dies at the blaster of Boba Fett and is left to the Ugnaughts of Cloud City. Well, there you go. You now know who's who when it comes to IG-88. Would you like to know who's who about another character in the Star Wars universe? If so, let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to listen to the Geek-Cetera podcast, which can be found on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. You can also find out more at our website, www.geek-cetera.com, as well as on our Twitter at geek_cetera. Thanks, and may the Force be with you.